Hey YouTube! So, my boyfriend and I recently took a trip from San Francisco back to our home here in Des Moines, Iowa, aboard Amtrak's California Zephyr train. We live here in Des Moines and flew to California to see our sweet friends get married in Napa, and we decided to stay a few days to explore San Francisco. When I started filming this video, I did not know that I would end up getting proposed to along the journey. Stay tuned for more about that later. San Francisco was absolutely beautiful. We visited the Golden Gate Bridge, of course, the Castro, the Painted Ladies, Golden Gate Park, and a lot more. Go visit this amazing city. I've been a few times, but this was probably my favorite trip ever to San Francisco. All right, now on to the Amtrak content. It's early, and we're heading to our Amtrak bus station. Gotta stop at Starbucks first. Salesforce Tower, which is that giant building you can see off in the distance, is where we have to go to find the bus stop. And you know we mapped out a route that took us straight to a Starbucks. Here's our Amtrak bus. Let's head over to Emeryville. Just a friendly tip, I would really recommend booking this bus as part of your ticket. You don't have to, it just made things a lot easier, and it allowed us to go ahead and start getting to know other people who would be on the train with us. You know, the Emeryville station, for it to be the beginning of this amazing journey, it really is such a small station, and that's fine. Size doesn't matter, but I just expected something a little more. We tried to check our luggage, but found out that we could not check it for our eventual stop in Osceola, Iowa, which is south of Des Moines. Honestly though, we didn't need to check luggage because there was plenty of space once we got on the train. Our car had a huge luggage rack where we could leave our luggage. Our room was just down the hall, so we felt it was safe. Our train car also had a lot of older ladies in it, so we thought, you know, when we're not watching our luggage, they're gonna be. Here she comes. It's time for the California Zephyr. We're on the train. What do you think?
Right up the stairs.
Okay, we just got in our roomette, and of course I'm already excited about the blueberry cobbler cheesecake. What'd you say? Smell you later. So, we are starting our journey to Des Moines from San Francisco. We just got in our roomette. The bay is out our window. We've made one stop so far. Couple of first thoughts. It is definitely cozy. I know I've watched a lot of YouTube videos preparing for this trip, and they always say it's so cozy and you probably only want to be in a roomette with one person, but I'm here with one other person, two people in this roomette, and it's very cozy. We will give a full tour here in a little bit, but Just wanted to capture the cozy vibes. All right, let's take a look at the route that the California Zephyr takes. We're going to click on the map. You can either start in Chicago or you can start in Emeryville, which is right outside of San Francisco. And that's what Zach and I did. All right, let's zoom in here a little bit to look at our final destination. We're going to end up over here in Osceola, which you can see is just south of Des Moines. So we started in California, worked through Nevada, Utah, Colorado, Nebraska overnight, finally rolled into Iowa. Some of the prettiest views were when we were going through the Sierra Nevadas. Here in a minute, you're gonna hear Zach make awkward conversation during our lunch as we go through Donner Pass. I'm just gonna let y'all be the judge of this.
Here's where the cannibalism happens.
Yeah.
So one thing about eating on the train is that usually for breakfast and lunch, you are seated with strangers basically, which can be fun. I'm a little bit of an introvert, so that's hard for me, but these ladies were an absolute hoot, and they apparently take Amtrak all the time, so they had a ton of tips. So basically what I'm saying is that if you're an introverted millennial like myself, just power through, talk to strangers, you'll learn some really cool stories and have a really good time. Time for a roomette tour. Alright, so you can shut the door over here for a little privacy. And there's a little lock, you have to pull it a little lock. You can even curtain, Velcro it, super private. So here's a seat over here. There's 2 seats in every roomette. Got a little seat, got a little cozy pillow. We planned ahead and brought this little blanket from Des Moines. We packed it before we even started our trip to San Francisco and Napa. So it's just been in our suitcase this whole time, but well worth it. And then Zach is sitting over here in another one of the seats. Is the pillow cozy?
The pillows are amazing. I haven't slept on them yet, but they make great background.
You got a little spot for your water bottle. Originally we started out with 2 complimentary water bottles, so that was nice. And then we have this little thing that my friend Evan made and put my name on it. There is this folding table that comes out and over. If you undo it, it's kind of a little checkerboard design on it. They give you the menu so you can plan all day long what you want for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, which we love. Behind Zach over here, we have the call button where you can call the attendant. Every car has its own attendant. Little light switch, control for announcements that come over the intercom, another little private light if you want to read or anything like that. The little curtains you can close if you want to block out some sun, but isn't it so pretty out there? Over here we have one charger for all of our devices, our 2 phones, our iPad, our wireless headphones, everything. We have a little temperature control over here, another little light. I will say these headrests have been very comfortable. These seats are so spacious. They're way bigger than an airplane seat ever could be, ever would be. There's a little staircase over here next to my Polaroid that Zach is gonna use tonight when he, I think, is gonna try out this top bunk. We're gonna see. The attendant is supposed to come around and fix it up for us at some point, probably while we're out for dinner. Oh yeah, Zach is reminding me there is this coat closet. We have do a little selfie or get ready for dinner. And yeah, so that was a look at the roomette. Zach, what are we doing?
Watching the Amazing Race. The latest episode.
So we're in Winnemucca. We've never been to Winnemucca. We don't know anything about Winnemucca, but it was a fresh air stop. We haven't had one in a while.
And the next one is Salt Lake City
And
at 3 in the morning.
so we're taking full advantage.
There's a bunch of folks on board who are in the middle of dinner right now, so I guess they miss out on a fresh air stop. But our dinner is in like 14 minutes. So
We needed this walk.
yeah, we picked the right time.
So we're gonna walk and we'll catch back up later. Oh my gosh, Zach, what just happened to us when we were outside at Winnemucca?
Well, we were walking to the back of the train because you wanted to.
For those steps.
We turned around right before the end of the train and they called out all aboard,
And boom, boom.
and everybody else was like making a beeline for the doors, and we were cars away from the door to our car, so we took off. Fortunately, I was kind of worried our attendant was gonna be like, get in any door, you know. But we caught up to him. He was like, y'all are in good shape. And I was like, I'll take that.
Now we're moving.
And now we're moving again to Salt Lake City.
And we get dinner in
30 minutes.
yay!
And Salt Lake City is, what, 8 hours away? And that's our next fresh air stop, so maybe we'll set an alarm and get up. We'll see.
Can y'all believe it's still only day one and we've already done so much? It's finally time for dinner, so come along, let's see what we're gonna get. Look at this cute little baby Brie.
Oh yeah, that is adorable. Oh my gosh, they're piping.
I promise we're gonna get a full review here in a minute of dinner. But dinner was really cool because Andre, the attendant you just saw working the dining car, he actually came around to all of the cars to get little dinner reservations. So, you know, if you were in a couple, you could sit with each other and have a cute little romantic dinner on the train. All right, we are in the observation car after dark.
OCAD.
We just finished dinner. We are absolutely stuffed to the max. There was nearly bursting. There was an appetizer, a main course, and a dessert.
The shrimp was surprisingly great.
How was your steak?
Big fan. The steak was good. It was a little overcooked from what I had ordered, what I was hoping. So if we get it again tomorrow, if I get it again tomorrow, ordered a little rarer. But the potatoes were great, the veggies were great. How was your noodle dish?
Noodle dish. Pasta primavera. It was okay. I don't think that I'll get it again, but it was flavorful. So if that's your thing, and again,
Yeah, the sauce was really good.
yeah. And like, again, if you're vegan, that's great. It was another vegan dish.
I think the only complaint was just that the noodles were a little dense.
Dense noodles for sure.
But the sauce was great. So yeah, it wasn't bad at all.
And the dessert.
Wow.
Portions are huge.
Like twice as big as they need to be.
But that's great. The blueberry cobbler cheesecake far exceeded what I thought it would be.
Yeah, so light, so fluffy. The chocolate cake was amazing.
Okay, our neighbor, she's in the roomette next to ours. She stopped to say hi. So we had to stop talking about dessert. But we're back to the dessert. The blueberry cobbler cheesecake, 10 out of 10, no notes, light and fluffy, everything. I was telling Zach that it would make like the perfect wedding cake. It was just so good. But
my only note was it would have been great too for my taste if it had been like cherry or strawberry or raspberry. Like I would have been all over it. But
fine.
It was great. It was objectively great.
The chocolate cake, how was it?
It was just so heavy. It was so much, but it was so good. It was like, oh my god, I don't know.
And it was covered in caramel sauce.
Yeah, it was.
Alright, so if you're on the Amtrak, check out the desserts.
Yeah.
And the shrimp, apparently.
The shrimp. Getting those again for tomorrow, for sure.
Okay, we're in the shower. So we're gonna try, or I'm gonna try to shave a little. So wish me luck. Here is the shower. So, oh my gosh, how do we get in? Oh. So we're gonna see about all of this. So pray for me. Okay, you guys, I'm a little scared, but we're gonna set the temp. Pray that that works. Press this button. Oh my god, that was cold. Cold, 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 still cold. Is it gonna get warm? Woo! Okay, it's starting to warm up. I'm gonna check back in with you guys after the shower, so wish me luck. Okay. That was actually really warm. So there were some people in the dining car complaining about the showers, but they were perfectly fine. Other than you had to keep pressing the button to keep hot water going. But other than that, it was really refreshing after a long day of just riding on the train.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is your assistant conductor.
So while we were gone at dinner, our attendant came around and set up our little bed. It's cozy. He technically did a top bunk, but I don't think we're gonna try to use that. I think we're gonna try to get all cuddly and snuggly. So we'll check back in the morning. Good night. Doodles. Welcome to day number 2 aboard the California Zephyr. Today is all about the cozy vibes as we go through Utah and Colorado. Oh my gosh, all of these jellies. Overnight, we actually got a new conductor, Conductor Patty. She was obsessed with Thelma and Louise, and we were passing through some of the filming locations. I'll let y'all listen to Patty.
Come back in. There's the truck stop, ladies and gentlemen, coming up here just a moment on the right-hand side. And that is where Thelma and Louise blew up that semi-truck in the movie back in 1991. Where she got out of the car and dipped her bandana in that nasty trough of water.
That's one of the very few sad things about the California Zephyr is that you get these conductors that you absolutely fall in love with, and then they'll change. Like in 8 or 10 hours, you'll get a new conductor who has a totally different personality. Okay, we're pulling into the Glenwood Springs Amtrak station here in a second, but the conductor came across and said that they affectionately refer to this as the Bermuda station because people get off and are never seen again. So we're gonna hope that we make it back on the train. We'll see.
You leaving?
Yeah.
All right. You guys riding with us?
All those plants. They're proud of that.
Again, we're millennials. Of course, we're going to be admiring the plants in this Amtrak station. Pardon us. Thank you. Back on the train. Lots of rocks going through Colorado. Rocks, rocks, rocks. If rocks are your thing, come here. At this point on the journey, we were really settling into our cozy era. The train was moving a little bit slower, and it was time to relax.
This is not the cinematic content we're here for.
I think what's been fun about going through the Rockies so far is how things are kind of foggy a little bit. Our whole first day on the train yesterday was really sunny, which was beautiful when you're going through the Sierra Nevadas, but I think you want it to be kind of Hogwarts-ish or Twilight-ish out here. Like, I feel like I'm in Eclipse, or Breaking Dawn Part 1.
39 happy feet above sea level.
The Moffat
All
Tunnel!
the way down to 5280, so you're still
I
going
thought
to be
you were
a
about
mile
to
high
spend it in the
once you reach
bathroom.
the Mile High City of Denver. Momentarily, you will see
I know, I was in the bathroom, and the minute he said, like, get somewhere, because you're gonna be there for 10 minutes, I was like, I don't want to be in the bathroom.
If you look on your left-hand side, you'll see this turning into the 6.2-mile Moffat Tunnel. And at that point, remain in whatever car you're traveling in for about 10 minutes. That'll help keep any diesel fumes and coal dust out of your car. If you open those in.
Blanket time. Okay, so oh my gosh, it's coming up. Every YouTube video we watch, everyone's like, Moffat Tunnel, it's a big deal.
Moffat Tunnel, baby. 6.2 miles. I think it takes us like 10 minutes to get through. You ready?
Let's just say how cool the train ride looks.
Oh my god!
Oh my gosh.
We made it out. That was a lot shorter than I thought it'd be.
Yeah.
It's so bright.
But it was dark for long enough that when we came out of it, it really made me reappreciate.
Oh yeah,
The
and
views.
the mountains on the side are like so covered in trees.
And I double down. This is so Breaking Dawn Part 1 coded. It really is. So we're making our way to Denver. But the last thing that you guys probably saw was us coming out of the Moffat Tunnel and getting surprised with sunlight. But there was also another surprise.
We got engaged. Big surprises.
And this video definitely gets a new title. It was, we're traveling cross country on an Amtrak train. Now it's, we got engaged on an Amtrak train. Amtrak, if you're listening at Amtrak, you can pay for our honeymoon or something.
Hey everybody, Zach here. So here we've just come out of the Moffat Tunnel, and I'd planned to have pulled out the ring already, but we ended up getting through the tunnel a lot faster than I thought we would. Initially, Brian looks confused because he thought I was about to take another photo of him staring wistfully out our window. But once he realizes that that's not what's happening, this look of shock or surprise is genuine, although he thought he had an inkling that something might be coming. Because here he is, putting on a masterclass in acting, pretending he hadn't found the ring in my duffel bag 2 days ago, as we were leaving Napa. I'd misplaced the keys to our rental car, and when I couldn't immediately find them in all the obvious places, I went back inside our Airbnb to see if I'd left them in our room, and while I was away, he did a deep dive in my bag and found the ring in a pocket he never would have had a reason to look inside otherwise. What can you do? Now, if you know Brian, this won't surprise you, but before we could call or text anyone about the news or post anything on social media, we were going to have to take some photos, and we never get it right the first time. Please don't judge my inability to look directly at the camera.
we're stopped at Denver. We somehow got here really early, so we have about an hour. So you know what we're gonna do. Of course, we're gonna find a Starbucks and hopefully make it back to the train. Hopefully our attendant wasn't like, yeah, you got an hour and we really have 5 minutes. So we're gonna explore Denver quickly and be back. So we just got back from dinner in the dining car. We both got the steak. Can't recommend the steak enough. It was so good. But we asked if we could bring our desserts back to our room, our little roomette. This is the blueberry cobbler cheesecake. I had it last night. It is so delicious. You have to get it. Zach got... Here, I'll flip it around.
Oh, I got the, I don't know, it's like the chocolate cake. There's more to it than that, but anyway, delicious and super excited to make it for a second time.
Zach, where are we and what's going on outside?
We're somewhere in eastern Colorado, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's raining outside.
We hear it kind of sprinkling on the...
It's really dark.
Yeah.
But we looked at the radar during dinner and it looked like there were some pretty bad storms. Eastern Colorado, western central Nebraska. And the conductor came on a little bit ago to kind of walk us through, especially there's a lot of folks that I think got on in Denver, so he was kind of walking them through, you know, if you smoke on a train, the conductor's going to leave you in the middle of nowhere. And other various rules. But was also letting us know that if that we're on time, but that if there's like high winds or heavy rain, we might have to slow down or even come to a stop to kind of ride out everything. So we'll see. We'll see how tonight goes. We're supposed to get off the train at 7:38, but obviously that's only going to happen if we're running on time through the night. So.
And absolutely no shade to people who live in Nebraska. Again, just like vegans, I'm sure you're perfectly lovely people, but we're not going to see much of Nebraska because it's just dark outside and we roll into Iowa so early. And Zach's, I don't think we've said this, but Zach's mom is going to come pick us up in Osceola, which is about an hour south of Des Moines.
Yep. And
she's going to drive us home, and we're probably, I mean, we've been relaxing, but we're just going to relax and unplug.
So, we'll see what happens. Looking forward to our last night on Amtrak for a while.
Where are we right now?
Western Iowa.
Oh, we're almost home.
Just left Omaha, so we'll be back in like 2 hours and 20 minutes.
Good.
Also, I haven't mentioned it before, but there's a little like pouch thing fixed on the side of the wall up here, where you can put like your glasses and your phone and other little, I think it has like separate little pockets in it, so you don't have to like perch things precariously on the side of the bed up here or anything.
Nice.
Yeah. Anyway, looking forward to being home.
Okay, going up to the observation car for one last time as we're rolling in to home. Okay, I know this video is ending with us basically just arriving, like suddenly we're off the train, but it was so hectic. They basically just slowed down, opened the door, and kicked us out. So there wasn't time to film like a goodbye, Robert, even though we told Robert and the sweet older ladies in our car goodbye. As this video comes to a close, I just wanted to say I would totally do this ride again. Getting to spend so much time with Zach, just one-on-one, not distracted by our busy jobs or anything, was just amazing. And these beautiful sights and getting to meet really cool, kooky sometimes people was the best. I would recommend anyone to do this train ride. I think we'll probably do it again in the near future, maybe with our parents. It was a really fun trip. All right, let's just enjoy some views as we sign off. Thanks, guys, for watching.